For Buffalo Bills fans, a new multi-billion-dollar stadium does not include a good view. On Sunday, the Bills held open practice. Close to 52,000 season ticket holders had a chance to see the new stadium in their seats for the very first time. However, when some fans got to their seats, they were met with obstructed views and a poor sightline. But that's not all. $850 million of the $2.2 billion project was taxpayer money. Now to another sports team we've been following.
We are in regular, almost daily communication with the state of Indiana working on this. We have an excellent deal, a win-win partnership together. And because of the significance of this decision from a stadium standpoint, we will make sure that we take our time to get this right.
That was the president and CEO of the Chicago Bears, Kevin Warren. We still don't have an answer, though, whether the Chicago Bears are really going to do the unthinkable and move to Indiana. But we do have an answer on whether or not the Chicago Bears will change their name. Here's Chicago Bears owner and chairman George McCaskey earlier today.
We will be the Chicago Bears whether we're in Arlington or whether we're in Hammond. And as Kevin said, our focus is on Hammond. That's where we're advancing our efforts, and that's where the bulk of our time, attention, and resources are being devoted.
Former Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich joins me. Nice to see you, Governor. And I did a little research since I thought George Halas, the original owner of the Bears, would roll over in his grave if he thought that the Bears were moving. But it turns out he didn't like Soldier Field at all.
Well, no, he didn't. And before that, the Bears actually played at Wrigley Field where the Cubs play. And then they moved briefly and played at Northwestern. Then finally, it was Soldiers Field. Look, I think the Bears should have a new stadium. This is a premium football franchise. It's so historic. The last time they were not the Bears was in the Warren G. Harding administration. They've been the Chicago Bears since 1921. And the statements by the general manager there and by Mr. McCaskey really is an invitation to Governor Pritzker to show some leadership. You know, the Bears have a great young head coach, Ben Johnson. We've got a great young quarterback, Caleb Williams. Our new head coach made a decision. He's going to sit Caleb Williams down for the first preseason game. That's the right decision. It's time for our head coach of our state, Governor Pritzker, to make the right decision and take the statements that the Bears leadership just made, which was an invitation to say, look, we're being courted by Indiana. This governor is treating us with a lot of love. This legislature is treating us with a lot of love. We would like you to do the same. And if you do the same, in all likelihood, we'll stay in Chicago or in Illinois where we belong. And all I can tell you is the Chicago Bears are not going to be the same Chicago Bears if they're playing football in Hammond, Indiana.
Yeah, that Indiana steals NFL teams, as I cited at the top of the show. They stole the Colts, and now this, as my husband would say. Yesterday, I happened to be in Chicago. I saw Soldier Field, and I thought it was a thrill to see Soldier Field, but I guess it's gotten to be sort of impractical to have a football team there for a lot of reasons. But I thought it was fun to see it, just driving past it. But I don't get, this is going to be such a stain on the governor, at least I think, if you can't keep the Bears in Illinois.
I totally agree with you. It's failed leadership. All I can tell you is, look, it would have never happened if I was the governor. This would have been resolved long ago. This is an important thing for people. The governor is supposed to make decisions on behalf of the people of their state and, of course, our big city, Chicago.
What's his problem? What's his objection? Why doesn't he do this? Because you and I have talked about this for a couple months now. So what's his holdup?
He's asleep at the switch. He's busy running for president. He's busy fighting Trump. He's busy standing in the way of ICE. He's busy keeping Trump from bringing the National Guard here to cut down crime, particularly in the black neighborhoods where 85% of the murder victims are black.
Yeah, but
he's busy playing politics and not doing his job. Pardon?
He's got to know that it's the Chicago Bears. Chicago's in Illinois, and to have it go to Indiana would be so terrible. I mean, he must be flipped out about that. So you'd think that even if he's busy doing all those things you said, he'd be in a full-scale panic to do something, come up with a solution to keep the Bears in Illinois.
Well, you would think so. But unlike me when I was governor, I'm also a big sports fan and kind of athletic. This governor is neither a sports fan, and he's certainly not athletic. And he is failing in his job as governor. Because if we lose the Bears, the people of Chicago and the people in Illinois are losing a premium NFL football franchise. This is not something that a world-class city or a world-class state should have to endure. And if he does this, I think it's going to hurt his presidential aspirations. And frankly, he's up for re-election now. And I think it could have... Go ahead,
I'll tell you one thing. If it does move to Indiana, after the Green Bay Packers stop feeling sorry for you, we're going to mock you about being from Indiana. It's not going to last long that we're going to be nice about before we start making fun of you that you still call yourself Chicago and you don't even know geography.
Look, what you're saying is almost unbearable, no pun intended. We don't want to see that happen. I'm telling you, this Bears team is going to be good. We're Super Bowl, very much a legitimate Super Bowl contender. What a shame when we have a team like this, that our governor is in a position where he could actually lose our team.
Yeah, this one is just so baffling to me, I can't figure it out why the governor would want to risk this one. I mean, even if you're not a Chicago Bears fan, I don't think this is going to help his presidential aspirations. But anyway, we'll see. Governor Rod Blagojevich, thank you.
Thank you very much, Greta.
People think news just happens. It doesn't. It happens because there's someone there to capture the moment, to explain it and share it. That's my job. I go where news breaks and give you the facts. Join me for The Record on Newsmax.